Hello everyone, Wanderer here, and welcome to Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. This is the full release of the game, the 1.0 version. Huge thanks to Questline and Awaken Realms for sending me a review copy a couple days early so I can check it out and get some videos ready for you all. Super excited for this. Without too much talking, let's just jump in to a new game.
The all-consuming Red Death. 600 years ago, King Arthur led the Great Escape from the homelands, where our kingdoms were ravaged by the plague. Leading people to Avalon, he started the Age of Conquest and took the island from the Four-Dwellers. Using the mysterious powers of Menhirs, together with Merlin, they cleansed the land of the weirdness, a primordial force of chaos and possibility. But now, long after the death of the king, Camelot is in shambles as Avalon fractures into chaos. Old legends are gone, and the weirdness is creeping back into our lands. The bleeding heart of the plague has started beating once more, and the Red Death has returned. Rulers of the island asylum, an order of the Red Priests, are desperate to stop it by any means necessary. Rotting in one of their cells is a stranger who might bring a spark of change to this cursed island stuck in everlasting autumn.
Okay, so this is based on the Arthurian legends, you know, the whole Arthur conquering Camelot or conquering Avalon and then founding Camelot and all that. But that's all a long time ago in the past, and now it appears the magical weirdness, which is change and possibility, and not great for people apparently, is creeping back into the world, as well as the Red Plague, which King Arthur and his people fled and came to Avalon to escape. And apparently we are a prisoner captured by the Red Priests, and we're hopefully going to be cured there, but somehow I doubt it. So okay, I think I am fine with just being the default dude here. I'm not going to customize too much. We're not going to see him a ton, I don't think. He's going to be in armor for the most part. So yeah, let's just call this good. There are, though, I want to show you a lot of different options here for faces and tattoos and hairstyles and beards and all that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll give him a beard. Yeah, okay, he can have a beard. That's all, though. For difficulty, I think I'll just go with the balanced experience for now. If it gets too easy, I'll go to veteran, but I didn't play it enough to really think that'd be good enough to do veteran yet, and I want this to be an enjoyable experience, not a painful one, so let's just start with that for now.
Rise and shine. Yes, it's me again. And I hope this time you'll cooperate without me needing to repeatedly hit you in the face, eh?
Yep, we're in a pretty nasty place here. Our cellmate, wow, just died chained up like that, huh? And they just left a skeleton. Left him to rot for so long that he's nothing but a skeleton now. I mean, how long does that take? I guess maybe the rats got at him.
Look, we just have to get this over and done with. Unless you want a visit from someone upstairs. And trust me, you don't. Just like before, no food until we're done here. And the moment you start getting on my nerves, we're going back to my tried and tested fists. So, tell me, what were you doing in the forest when the Red Shields caught you?
Okay, so we have some options here for playstyle bonuses to kind of select, not a class really, but just some bonuses for our early game. And I think I want to go with a Battle Mage playstyle. I'll probably rely on both magic and weapons and heavy armor, like the whole gamut of things. Just not really a big fan of the ranged combat of bows, so I won't be doing that. So let's say I want to enlist in the army. That way we get a bit of athletics and heavy armor and weapon bonuses here.
Army, huh? If I were in charge, I wouldn't even consider letting you join the ranks. I'd rather feed you to the dogs. Less waste. And you were planning to enlist with...
Okay, and one more option here. Definitely Battle Mages, because that'll give us a bit of a magic bonus and access to Burning Ember. Yeah, it seems fine.
Oh, that's what you call yourselves now. I've never seen you people do anything but fireworks and illusions. Not much use during a real fight, as is evident from you being in here rather than out there. Okay, that was easier than I expected. Now, unfortunately, we'll have to start... I've always found it puzzling that these people won't bathe. You, I understand. You're literally rotting in this damned cell. But them? There's just no excuse for the stench. There they are. Finally. I know. You've a million questions. But they'll have to wait. One of these keys will open your cell. When you get out, head left. I'll scout ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, mysterious benefactor. I appreciate it. Well, goodbye, cell. The 7 Commandments. First came the prophet, then came the word. The word is sacred. The Pope, his cardinals, and his priests receive the word. The word is the way. We are all brothers and sisters, starving for the word. The word is sustenance. Together in holy suffering we walk the pilgrim's path. The word is our strength. We repent by facing the trial of the plague. The word is our cure. The priests clad in red guide us towards grace. The word is salvation. There are no other sanctities, only the prophet's word and the will of the Red Church. Do not doubt your faith and you'll be rewarded. Okay. Trust in the church and all will be well. Go astray and you'll be damned, basically. The same kind of rhetoric that a lot of religions go for. Okay, let's get our basic starter gear on here. Let's try that. We have this in our one hand and that in the other, so we can do both. You have a lot of different weapon loadouts here you can have, so you can switch between them quickly. Just 1 through 4 there. It's quite nice. Let's get our... And by the way, we certainly do have the plague. Yeah, we definitely probably belong in here, actually, but we're being busted out, so what can I say? Not gonna look a gift rescue in the mouth, you know? Okay, nothing for these. We do have some food here we just got. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that should be good. Let's keep going. I have boosted the brightness for this area up quite a bit because it's rather dark. And it's fine for playing the game, but I know how YouTube works, and they're going to make it super, super dark whenever they re-encode the video, so I figured best to err on the safe side and give you guys a bit of extra brightness. Ethan did not make it. Treatment records. The patient is mentally stable, though physical symptoms of the Red Death persist. I've started applying small doses of black henbane to his skin and asked him to keep a dream journal. Progress is strong, but he panics easily. I'll introduce a mild calming agent to help him relax and open his mind without fear. The patient's mental state is worse than expected. Upon waking, he either becomes briefly catatonic or curls up, muttering. The patient is now fully catatonic, unresponsive, unmoving, not eating. Death seems the only mercy left. I'll conduct an autopsy to seek possible brain changes. There must be something to learn here. Sounds like they have no idea what they're really doing here. What was that? I see something. Oh, it's just the ramblings up on top there. Ramblings of a weary mind. The dark nights here are endless. Everything breathes and calls crisply. A red monk came and put fire in my chest, but I knew it was a good thing. The first and only king visited me the night before. Arthur wept, then reached to me with his hands, not 2, but 4. Never closer to the king's grace, but then he disappeared. Okay, so Arthur is visiting him in his dreams. The bleeding heart of the plague beats in frantic despair. 1-2-1-2. I hear its rhythm from behind the wall. I know it. I feel it. 1-2-1-2. Organic machinery that created this place and these people. Put your ears to the wall and listen. 1-2-1-2. Listen. Okay. Yeah, definitely going insane as time goes on, which is probably to be expected as the Red Plague takes its toll. I think that guy is dead. I see a giant blood splatter over there. Brother Adamus will fix this hole in about a week. Please leave it until then. Have to lockpick this to get in? I don't have any lockpicks just yet. Okay. Did I miss some lockpicks? I don't think so. This guy's a goner too. Well, I guess I'll be having your roast and your moonshine to go with it. He had some choice reading materials here as well. Now, I read this in the original, and people thought it was too spicy for me to read. I got yelled at by people. This is just recipes for cooking. There is a lot of crafting in this. And there is Liliana, by the way, in case you're curious, or a very crude drawing of her. Here we go. Here's some lockpicks and some stuff to make some food with as well. So I will refrain from reading about Liliana because some people are extreme prudes and I think they're dumb, but, you know, it is what it is. My opinion is, you know... Oh, we got a permanent bonus from that Menhir figurine. I can lockpick this? Okay, there might be something in here. My opinion is that it's just words. I mean, we're not actually showing anything, they're just words, and all the words are not like actual words for things, they're just kind of funny words to imply certain things. But like I said, some people get really uptight about that stuff, so I'll refrain from it for now. You'd think the more concerning thing would be all the dead bodies and the horrible ways in which they died and stuff, but no. Some people care more about a fake word for boobies in a book, so you guys can look them up online if you want to read them. Alright, we have lockpicks now, which means we can get into this area. I'll try my best to not break any of these early on. Okay, combat tutorial, parrying. Tap block before the enemy attack lands to execute a parry. Successful parry prevents all damage and drains their stamina. Unless you have a shield in your offhand, parrying is unavailable when you have spells equipped. Okay, I don't have a shield, but I do have a spell equipped. Most enemies have the stamina bar displayed beneath their health bar. When it's fully drained, they enter staggered. And they become vulnerable to your attacks until they regenerate, so they take more damage. Okay, fair enough. Let me get a quick save in here. And actually, since we got a second one of these, I'll put that there. And we can put this in my other hand here. How about that? Because I think we're going to have combat up here, obviously. Giving us a combat tutorial thing, so that makes sense. See if I can hit this guy with this. Oh yeah. Got him. This stuff is not worth much, not gonna worry about it. Quick bar is up here. We can have some food to restore some health. Maybe I'll wait until we've lost a bit more health. That wasn't too bad. Okay, even more cells and stuff over here. A giant cow skull they're dissecting. Wonder what that has to do with their research. Who knows? These are all just kind of junk, I think. Alcohol is very useful, and we want to pick up any potions we find, but otherwise, I don't think we care too much. And due to me recording, I'll inevitably miss some things. I'm sorry if I do, but that's just how it goes when you're recording. Get a -5 to your perception, or whatever that stat is. Helga, 73, male, from Boro. Red Death Stage 1. The fevers brought on by the Red Death have left a lasting mark on the patient's mind. He is plagued by numerous visions. Mood changes occur from emotional indifference to religious and ecstatic rapture, leading to foretelling doom. Observe. Another one over here, too. Hey, friend, you're free.
Drip, drip, drip. Do you hear it? Soon the king will return. I told the priests. They laughed. But they'll soon see for themselves. Drip, drip, drip. The storm is gathering.
That's what the other guy's ramblings were about, too, was about the king returning. You're free now, you can go.
None of us are free. We are all bound. All bound. And to go? No. I don't want to. I found my place to await the king. You can go if you want, but you won't get far. We are all bound. All bound.
What are you talking about?
At last, the age of resurrections shall end, and then the once and future king will return. I cannot wait to behold his radiance, drip after drip. With each drop, it gets closer and closer.
All right, then.
Drip after drip. Closer and closer.
Ultra min-max gamer me just wants to kill him for the experience, but I'm sure, like, it would upset some of you, so I won't do it. But yeah, I mean, I could just kill him for some experience. Can't open these or anything. I think there's another way we can go back there, right? What's this? Lisa, 20, female, Little Grove. Red Death Stage 3. Plague regression has stopped. Interesting. After prolonged exposure to concentrated weirdness, the patient's body has undergone severe alterations. The mutations, however, may have halted the progression of the disease. Hold for observation. After 4 weeks, proceed with disposal. Lisa, you're cured. Why isn't that nice? You don't really look cured. You look pretty awful, you know, but they say you're cured.
Do you see what a miracle I am? Healed. Healed. I am no longer sick.
What happened to you?
The depths, filled with the weirdness. Oh, and a chamber. It was rather dreadful, I must admit. They left me here for some time. I can't quite remember. I felt everything within me turn inside out, then settle back into place once more. I thought I was dying, but now all is well. The worst is behind me.
Can I help you somehow?
You don't need to help me. The Red Priests already did. They cured me. Thanks to them, I feel just fine now. I hope the same fate awaits you and you'll no longer suffer. Have a nice day, kind sir.
Well, you're free to go, if you're feeling better, I suppose, but sounds kind of awful, but I mean, I guess they did technically help someone. The weirdness filled her and remade her, essentially. Oh, there's the arrow. I was gonna say, where's the arrow at? Guard's key. Yeah, nice. We found the storage place, villager's shirt. I'll put that on instead of wearing the red priest stuff. That guy didn't really bathe according to that other guy, so I'm sure he don't smell great. This is all good stuff. I think I'll just take it all. Hey, a shield as well. Old letter, bunch more lockpicks, nice. What's the old letter say? I wonder if it'll pop up and let me read it here. Yes. End to read. My dear Airfear, I have finally arrived at the island asylum and have received my preliminary medical examination. Father Vaughn said that my symptoms point to the very early stages of the Red Death and that I did very well to come here of my own will. He promised to do everything in his power to help me and to make sure our son, I write son because I can feel the truth of that with each heartbeat, Irfurl is born healthy. I know you had doubts about me coming here, but I really am of good cheer. I will keep you up to date on my progress. I hope to see you soon. I love you and miss you very much. Forever yours, Katrin. P.S. I'm thinking of the name Labelin. How do you like it? New quest, unforgettable. I can find... The husband of one of the Red Priest's victims must be wondering what happened to her. Okay. Can find her husband and tell him that, she's probably dead. Is there an internal map here? I don't think there is. Not in this area. And whoa! Actually kind of scared me. Alright, hi there. Hi there, sir. Should I try using a shield to parry him? In my second hand after I whittle him down with some magic? Uh-oh. Get like one more hit on him here. Oh, there's two. Never mind. I haven't... Oh, crap. I thought I didn't have enough. Oh, there's three. This is not good. The undead. Ah! This does do, like, area of effect damage, it looks like. Probably shouldn't be cutting these guys. Ugh. This way. This is out of combat healing. I should probably use, should probably put some potions on here, yeah? Health potion. Mana potion. Hello. Oh wait, it's you. Hey man, I got a bunch of undead following me. Would you mind? I want to kill them. I want their experience. Crap, they're running away. There we go, got him. Yeah, one was bad enough. 3 at once. No thank you. crap, it went off after all. I didn't think I'd have enough. Guy's almost dead. Let me try parrying. Not sure if I got a parry off there or not. Monster blood. That guy is waiting for me over there, the one that we talked to earlier, but I don't want to go there just yet. It's gonna like...
You know how the young ones are. They dream of dissecting fort dwellers, yet they can't remember the basics.
Before you build a castle, you must first know how to fling a shed together.
I agree. The fundamentals are essential. But the world is moving forward, and the young are eager to make their mark as quickly as possible.
Any novice who can't remember the recipe for a basic healing potion has no business near our patients.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be wise or beneficial to our patients. Brewing a simple healing potion doesn't require advanced training.
Oh, we got a recipe for a health potion from that. Also got a lab key. Can I attack you all from here? Let me use this. Okay. It doesn't hurt me, but I can't hit them through the thing either, so I guess not. Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I went past here. Brother Sefton. Venerable Brother Sefton, I would like to remind you of what I have mentioned numerous times before, namely that the alchemical station should be cleaned after each use, especially when you are so careless with caustic and toxic substances. I also recommend that you refresh your elementary knowledge about the ingredients of a healing concoction. Those are alcohol and sage, not poisonous plants and hearts. If this kind of negligence continues, I'll be forced to ask Father Vaughn to revoke your privilege to use the lab. May the word of the prophet be your grace, Brother Aaron. What else we can get in here? Hello there. You look like you're not in great shape.
You're not one of them. Please.
Uh-oh.
Free me.
This guy's just walking around over there. Like he's totally okay with it. Okay, I'll get you out.
That's not the kind of freedom I'm asking for. There's no saving me now. Even if I could escape, I'd only be putting others at risk. You have to kill me. And when it's done, please, take my tags to the Horns of the South. Let Fergus know I didn't run.
Who is Fergus?
He's the quartermaster of the Horns of the South. It's a keep. If you make it out, you should be able to see its lighthouses from the beach.
Okay, I'll do it.
Thank you. May the All-Mother bless you.
But there's a guy right next to me.
The prophet warns of danger. Your sins will be punished.
One moment, sir.
The prophet.
Are those daggers any good? Should I be using it over this? Let me see. 7 to 9 versus... they're the same thing. Exact same thing. Well, a dagger is cooler. Maybe I'll do dual daggers. Alright.
You're
Hi.
dead, the Sultan.
Oh, they attacked me through there, huh?
The prophet wants you dead.
Your fate is sealed.
I'm not afraid to suffer.
Ooh, he died on fire. Okie dokie, well that works, I guess. Did we actually kill this guy then? We did. There's his tag. Healing potion. Burning Ember. We can do 2 of them now? Dual wield it? Yeah, I think so. Alright, I think we'll just take all that. A letter. It's time, my brothers. You cry, woe is us. We escape death only for it to follow us here to Avalon. But I say, all is not lost. We have been delivered to our salvation, to the only place where one can fight the Red Death, and win. I'm just being a champion at reading today. Sorry, guys. For Avalon holds what our homelands did not, the weirdness. Many see the weirdness as a curse, but I believe it's our path to survival. We must not fear it, we must welcome it. This can heal us. Seek the edge of the weirdness, embrace it, let it cure our affliction. To the brave and the faithful, spread the word, prepare your tools, cast out doubt and fear, and open your minds to the weirdness as our saving grace. Yeah, that one person was healed by it, technically, so... I mean, might work that way, I don't know. Embrace the weirdness is the idea, I guess. Not sure if the brains and hearts and stuff are used for anything. Just draining people into... What was the purpose of draining them into this pool of blood? They're obviously draining them of their blood into this. It's just terrible, but why? Miron's method of separation of the mind. Examining the Old in Search of the New by Elder Brother Uric. Chapter 1. Though often dismissed, Priest Miron the Holy's methods recorded during King Arthur's reign offer crucial insights on the separation of the mind. His text, albeit in old language, is valuable for understanding extraction practices. Despite Miron's immersion in druidic rituals, he scorned their quackery and wisely retained their valuable knowledge. This discernment, alongside his contempt for past masters, makes Miron's work indispensable, revealing useful druidic observations while discarding the rest. Miron insisted that the subjects must understand and feel the Red Priest's procedures. If they lose consciousness, revival is essential. Partial anesthesia is allowed if they can still see. To extend usefulness of a promising subject, tend to any life-threatening wounds. So keep them alive while you torture them, and make sure they don't pass out during all that horribleness. Make sure they're still awake for it all. Wonderful. Bone meal's probably some kind of alchemical ingredient, but I doubt spoiled meat is. Maybe it is, I doubt it though. Okay, there's so many places you can go in here. Oh, here's another storeroom. Or wait, this is, yeah, storeroom. The encyclical of the second pope. Yet many unruly, corrupt, and indolent, though they claim to know the prophet, their deeds betray them, their minds are sullied, and the prophet sees all. As punishment, their skin is marred by red marks, festering and flaking. The Red Death not only claims their lives, but damns their souls. Yet hope remains for the impure. Prophet declares, renounce unruliness, dishonesty, and indolence. Embrace my word in your heart, and your soul will be purified as mine was. The prophet warns, trust in my disciples as you trust in me. To harm them is to harm me, and you will be punished accordingly. Don't doubt the priests. Do what they say. Just sets up a system that can easily abuse people, basically. These are all useful things, I think, so I'm just going to take everything. If I grab anything that's not useful, we'll just dump it later. Not the cups and stuff, but all this other stuff was useful. Oh. Hey, man. Brother Sirius. 33 Male Island Asylum. Red Death Stage 5. Self-experimentation wants to know the patient's perspective. The aim is to gather knowledge about the stimuli our patients experience. Treat like a common patient. Did they beat him and stuff too, like they would a common patient? I kind of doubt it.
Who's there? Forgive me, but my eyes fail me these days. You shouldn't be here. I'm very, very sick.
Who are you? Well, your brother is Sirius, but let's ask him.
I am Brother Sirius. Your question suggests that you are not one of the Red Priests. Did you escape yourself? You really should have stayed there. We can't let the plague spread any further. Although, I understand.
You understand what?
All of it. The patience. The madness around. Somewhere along the way, we lost ourselves. The mission to find a cure became a burden. I can't tell who you are, but I'm so sorry for all that we've done. It's a shame, but when you're fighting a losing battle, sometimes there's just no other way.
Do you need help?
There is no help left for me. I will not ask you for the mercy of death. I believe I should suffer like all the rest of you. It's a trial for all of us. We should face it as equals.
Why are you locked up?
When I discovered that I'd fallen ill, I asked to be placed in a cell. I sought to understand the experiments from the patient's perspective. To learn which stimuli provoke the strongest reactions. And I also wanted to equip my brothers with new tools for their work.
Did the priests really cure the Red Death?
We've had some success, treating it up to the 4th stage. But it's still a gamble. Sometimes we manage to push the disease from stage 3 back to stage 1, only to see it jump to stage 5 as soon as treatment stops. We believe that with the weirdness, we could eliminate this randomness.
Right, I heard about that. How would the weirdness cure the Red Death?
The weirdness, my child, is pure potential. That's the theory. In practice, we tried to direct its power where we needed it most. The effects, shall we say, varied.
Well, it kind of looks like your illness has progressed quite far.
4th stage, if I'm not mistaken. We've identified 6, so I'm not far from my end. The 1st stage is the most treacherous, when the symptoms are almost invisible. But that's when the disease spreads fastest. It was the same with me. From the 2nd to 4th stages, the symptoms become visible. Fever, tooth loss, painful sores, festering wounds that won't heal. The last 2 stages are visceral, the worst possible. The victim's insides burn up, turning to mush. The brain starts to die, and the body becomes a mindless shell. That's what's ahead of me.
So you become undead, basically, is that what you're saying?
May the Prophet's word be a safe haven for you.
The Red Death essentially turns them undead? You know, it's a bit of a mercy, I think, to kill this guy, so... 40 experience too, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna call that a mercy kill, even though I just wanted the experience mostly. What lies ahead for him sounds terrible. I think if it were me, I'd want a quick death. At least you had a bed. Most people don't even get beds here, man. Mana potion. I feel like I have gone one of many paths, and there are a whole bunch of different ways I can go. Requires a pickaxe to get through this. Yeah, I'm sure we can find a pickaxe around here somewhere and hack our way through this. Because we're on an island asylum, so assuming that's the case, we won't be able to come back here in the future. Blood transfusion. This does like damage over time and heals me as well. Could be kind of nice for that. Now, can I have, so we got a second one of these, right? Can I put this also on here like this? Does that work? Yeah, so I can mix and match stuff. So this is like this, yeah. Sucks life out of them over time. There are a bunch of prayers here. I'll just pick them up real quick. If you want to read them, then go ahead. I've already read a ton of text though, so we cannot get through there with the pickaxe. Okay, so presumably we can come back here and get through with the pickaxe once we find one. I don't see one laying around anywhere here. I think maybe in the storeroom here, but again, I don't see any laying around here. So let's take a look around over here and see. There's a way to go back here. There's no real map, so it's all a bit confusing to me. Can I make any potions here? Yeah, it looks like I can make some potions. So let's just do a bunch of health potions. We're doing some mana potions now. So burdock root is used for that. They both use alcohol. Need burdock root for this. And we need, what for this? Sage. Sage and burdock root. Have to keep an eye out for those in the future. Alright. Nice. Got an alchemy level up. Alright. Well, later, dude being tortured. Hope you have a better afterlife than you did a real life, because this one kind of sucked, apparently, for just about everybody. Okay, this is... Oh, I bet this, this is the other side of that, but there might be stuff in there. Oh, here's a pickaxe. Okay. Nothing in here, just a shortcut to get over here. Just missed that earlier. Does that go into my action bar? It does not. I think we just... Whenever we want to use that, we just hit E. Okay, lockpick this. Yeah, so there were a bunch of places I didn't go through over here that I want to check before we leave here. Because we often seem to find goodies in here. A random heart. Father Vaughn's notes. Subject 37, Katrin Guskard. Yeah, the one that wrote the letter to her husband who was pregnant. Constitution, short, skinny, 7 months pregnant. Symptoms, typical of the Red Death. Pale red spots on the face, neck, and arms. Cause of death, childbirth. Note, exposure to the weirdness might have altered the woman's psyche. Angry outbursts, melancholia. As for physical alterations, the fetus seemed to be much more affected by the weirdness than the mother, as if it absorbed it all. After the first standard session, the fetus started to grow rapidly. After the second session, the mass had tripled. It needed to be extracted from the womb. The torso and head of the fetus were unnaturally overgrown, but its limbs were weak and flabby. Despite its monstrous appearance, it turned out to be of good viability. More research on subject 38 to follow. That's the child? Yeah. The mother did not survive the procedure. Yeah, when you rip a child out of their mother that's some kind of horrible monstrosity, I guess that makes sense. So there's the baby clutching to the dead woman. And they just chained her up during this procedure? God, that's awful. Kind of like radiation sometimes. If a pregnant woman is exposed, the radiation gets absorbed by the baby. At least that's what happened to that woman in Chernobyl. Species weird boar. Remember, after handling infected animals, all equipment should be soaked in alchemical cleaning solutions. Infected weird boars that reach the late stage should be euthanized to prevent further spread. Ooh. Entry is forbidden. Not to me, because I got a lockpick. There we go. Getting some level ups. So that's not a cow, it's a boar. It's a weird boar. I guess I can see that. Various alchemical ingredients. I'll take the brain for now. Maybe it's used for something. Really not sure. Notes on weirdness mutations. The mutational changes are not significant, although they span the internal organs. The heart enlarged to the size of 2 adult fists, increased pulmonary function, etc. Among the contents of the stomach are remains of undigested human flesh, most probably belonging to the deceased, visible bite marks on his arms. Mutation area. Overall, an amalgamation of human and porcine internal organs, a 2-chambered stomach with significantly increased capacity, an unnatural tissue fusing the hooves with the body, the heads joined together in shape worse than any nightmare. You saying this is like a pig man that got merged together somehow by the weirdness? Well, that's just terrifying. That sounds quite awful. We're undead. Try out this. There we go. Fill her up, bud. There we go. Nice big boom. Yeah, parried him nice. I still took some damage, but I mean, that was definitely a parry sound, so that's cool. This is where they busted out of previously. Ew, ew, ew. Every time I read Devil's Snare, I think of Hermione saying the Devil's Snare thing. Hey, these are all, like, actually... I mean, they're white, they're not gray, which to me that signifies they're in better shape. Might not be so terrible. Autopsy report for Subject 17. I drilled a burr hole in the left temporal bone, revealing a skull filled with thick, coagulated blood. After draining using Morgraine's cut, I saw through the cerebral falx, severed nerves, and the brainstem, then removed the brain. Its abnormal shape suggested internal swelling. Incisions were made in the venous sinuses, and the base of the skull was left intact. Finally, the brain was placed in alcohol and cedar oil for further study. Someone might want to know about all the atrocities going on here, so we'll take these notes with us. Again, like, these are all actually decent. They're not in terrible shape, so... More sage. Can use that for potion crafting. That's a healing potion, I think. See what my options here are. Actually, somehow less armor than the... well, I guess it's because it's leather. These are sorted by armor, yeah. I guess we use the crappy one then. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so we just came around over here to this side then. Athletics experience. What is this? Freaking Morrowind or one of those old school RPGs where you level up your athletics. I guess that probably is helpful for going faster. The movement already feels pretty decent. Room of Weirdness Remedies. Handle the afflicted with great care, for their suffering may one day become your own. Record every detail. The smallest note may determine life or death. Grabbing up brains and hearts left and right. They might be useful, guys. I don't know. Could use them for ingredients for something. Experimental treatment report. I received 3 patients with mild red death symptoms and tested a new treatment using weirdness bone meal, or weird beast bone meal. Patient 1 had typhoid, not red death. I burned the body. Oh, oopsie. Patient 2, by day 3, she acted erratically, scratching, pulling her hair, and screaming. By day 5, she nearly broke free before her heart failed. Her autopsy may yield more insight. Patient 3, little effect, disease progresses at the unusual pace, but his mind is clear. I'll continue observing. Conclusion, despite mixed result, I don't consider this treatment failure. If adverse effects are reduced, this could be closer to a cure. Yeah, right, dude. Unethical human experimentation. Okay, this is back where we came from originally. I just want to make sure I haven't missed stuff anywhere. Okay, this is the guy we talked to, and here's Lisa over here. There was nothing else over this way, right? Oh, there. This lock is broken. So, can I get in there by going this way? There's a hole here. I bet that's how I get over there, is to go down this hole and I come up the other hole. Plus mushrooms. Potion ingredients. Come on. There we go. So the lock is broken, but we can get in. We can get out the other way over here. You just jump over this. Right, fair enough. There wasn't a lot there, but we got a potion at least, so that's cool. This one we can just open up. Healing potion, 7 commandments, very nice. A random heart. Note written in blood. To anyone who finds this note, you need to run before they start your treatment, and it makes you realize you need to gnaw your own leg off. I promise that you are not sick, and even if you are, they will not cure you. Save yourself as I did. I stole a small glass jar when they weren't looking, broke it into tiny shards and swallowed them all, soon I'll be free. Man, swallowing glass seems like a real bad way to go. That'd be incredibly painful. I'm not going to ruminate on that too much because YouTube will flag me for, you know... If I start talking about, you could have done this instead, then YouTube's going to be like, that's a no-no. You can't say those things, so... Yeah, we won't talk about that. But yes, I mean... There's other ways you could have gone about that, in my opinion. If you're in that position, better ways to proceed with that line of Yeah, with that, that's all we'll say about that. Okay, other way. All right. I'm just making sure we've explored thoroughly here. I don't want to miss any lore or goodies. I know for sure there was a potion somewhere here that I missed. There's a, must not be here. Must be the other way. There's a potion that lets you respec completely, and I want that potion before we leave here for sure, because that's very, very useful. So what's down this tunnel here then? Mushrooms, obviously, but what else are we going to find down here? Two paths. One goes down, one goes left. Let's try left first.
Told you that you'd pay for that, you sons of bitches.
Huh? Oh, brother Cassian.
I've already told you everything, I swear. Wait, you're not. You're a prisoner. Go. Escape while you still can.
Everything you say. I'm listening.
You want to know about our failure? There's nothing left to say. We can't help you anymore. Run away from here.
Tell me more about your failure.
We wanted a better asylum. Something better than we had under Vaughn's control. He's the one responsible for the torture, for the sick experiments.
So, Brother Vaughn, huh? Didn't work out then, huh? You got captured?
No, they came for me and locked me up here. Vaughn's men aren't evil. They're just afraid of him. I'm not sure how long it's been. Days, weeks, I don't remember. It was all for nothing. Changing things for the better is rare.
That might be rare, but it can happen.
Not this time. But it was worth the effort.
Can you elaborate more about a better asylum?
We really wanted to help those people. We wanted to improve their condition. But we knew with Father Vaughn in charge, nothing would change. We wanted to get rid of him, poison him. But somehow he found out. At least about me. I'm not sure about the others. I never said anything about them.
Well, it's too bad it didn't work out.
A shame, yes. Maybe we waited too long. We knew Vaughn was a madman, but we were afraid. We didn't know how many supported his methods. Turns out it was only a few, but it was enough.
You could escape if you want. The way's clear.
No, I won't make it. Besides, they threw me into a cell that once held a patient in the final stages of the disease. I'm probably sick already. Go. Don't worry about me. I'm not worth it.
I mean, you could leave and put yourself under observation or something. You know? Giving up doesn't help. And staying here certainly isn't going to make you any better. But be a defeatist if you want. Ah, there's my rebirth potion, I think. Syria, 52, female, picked, red death stage, none. No visible signs of red death like skin discoloration, inflammation, or fever. The subject exhibits visible signs of weirdness mutation, specifically the presence of horn-like growths on the head. Subject deceased, transported for disposal. Nice, yeah, origin potion. That will let us respec fully, I do believe. Yep, reset your skills and stat points, cool. First note on Pictish experimentation. Patient record, Syria, female, picked, approximately 30 years old, found among the deceased in Kunacht, sorry. Red death stage, under observation, suspected immunity. Experiment 1. It seems Kai has blessed us. We've never had a Pictish patient before. She was found in a village with a severe outbreak, but shows no symptoms, not even early ones. Brother Crispus has ordered observation, but what if she never falls ill? Experiment 2. The patient exhibits visible mutations from the weirdness. The horns on her head are remarkable. I wish she'd be more cooperative. Surely she holds knowledge we lack. I've tried to persuade her, but she remains defiant. Why? Lives are at stake. She called us children stumbling in the dark, so why won't she help us? Experiment 3. We attempted to introduce the Red Death by injecting her with blood from a stage 5 patient. This caused a violent initial reaction, but after 3 days, with basic healing potions, she stabilized and showed no symptoms. She's less a patient and more of a subject, and I'm conflicted about that fact. You're conflicted about the fact that you injected her with the disease that kills people? Yeah, I would be too. Experiment 4. Brother Crispus took her away 2 days ago. I worried she wouldn't return, but she's back, and he seemed thrilled, calling her innate response to the weirdness as ready to proceed. He forbade me from documenting it. Thuria seems quieter. I should check on her. So they found her in a town that had an outbreak. Everyone else was dead. And they just put her in a cell. I'd be pissed too. I wouldn't want to help either. I completely understand her not wanting to help anyone after that, you know? Cannot say I blame her in the least. Okay, just check and make sure we can't pickaxe that or anything. Hello?
And who the hell are you? Another one of those red dogs? Say a prayer to your goddess and get ready to die, scum!
Wait, hold on. I know I'm dressed like them, but I just didn't have any other clothes. I'm just a prisoner like you.
Then why are you dressed in their bloody rags? Well, I see you bear the marks of torture too. Maybe the priest messed with your mind, because one more moment and you'd be dead.
What were they doing to you?
Nothing good. They thought they'd break me fast, like some Camalosian wimp. Big mistake on their part. Besides, I doubt they were waking you up with a kiss on your forehead either.
True. Did you see a hooded guy with the bow? He helped me to get out.
I don't know. Barely saw anything, because I was either knocked out or had blood in my eyes. You're lucky to have someone risking their own arse to help you out.
So you busted out by yourself? What's your name?
Conher, from the Dalrieta pup, if you hadn't already guessed that much.
So you're one of the tribe people, the Dalriata. Can you tell me more about the tribes?
Really? Now's a good time for a chat. You think the red pricks will just wait around while we gab? If you make it to the Forlorn Swords, you'll meet the tribes. Right now, you'd better focus on getting your arse out of here.
You don't want to team up? I guess not. If you're so brave and strong, how'd they manage to catch you in the first place?
With great bloody difficulty, that's how. Those bastards laid a trap, hoping I'd be easy pickings. They ended up needing damn near a full army to take me down.
You don't look like someone who falls into traps very easily.
There was mead. There were women. One thing led to another, and I woke up with my pants around my ankles, surrounded by gobshites in red. I was fighting with me bare arse hanging out, and I still managed to kill a dozen of them. Useless knobs. Someone must have put something in the mead.
Poison then. Okay, well.
No time for a chinwag. Just get the hell out of here.
He's gone then, I guess. A warrior of the Dalriata, known for his strength and resilience, captured by the Red Priests for experimentation, he escaped, leaving his captors dead. He speaks bluntly and values action over words, showing respect only to those who prove themselves in battle. Huh. Conqueror has endured both war and torture, neither of which has broken him. He does not dwell on the past and wastes no time on idle talk. To him, survival is simple. Fight, endure, and never let the enemy have the final blow. I wonder if he's a possible companion in the future. Not now, obviously, because he's gone. Conquer, 42, human male, Dalriata, Gunvoder tribe. Red Death stage, none. No visible signs of Red Death like skin discoloration, inflammation, or fever. Remarkable physical resilience and strength, severe aggression. Administer high doses of sedatives, ensure the patient well restrained. Approach with utmost caution. Why restrain him then? Why kidnap him? Like, he did nothing wrong, you just wanted to experiment on a random person from the Dalriata? Just looking for random people you can experiment on? You guys got what you deserved then. A spear. Oh, hello. Iagan, 74, male, Fernwood. Red Death Stage 3. Well-defined skin lesions with raised borders, loss of sensation in affected areas due to nerve involvement. Maintain a safe distance whenever possible to reduce the risks of droplet transmission. Presumably this whole place is going to be dead, so it's a bit cruel to leave this guy here. If he's too badly infected, we can either let him go, or we can just kill him as a mercy.
Are you trying to escape, my child? That's very brave of you, I must say.
We could go together.
Escape? Me? But this is exactly where I should be. I appreciate your offer, but I believe fate has brought me here for a reason. That's why I'll stay and see what happens.
What else can happen here besides torture?
Torture, you say? That's very interesting. I haven't experienced any torture here. I know that whatever ails me, the Red Priests will do everything they can to heal me.
They'll use you for experiments. You'll die if you don't escape.
I doubt that. You'll soon see that things aren't always what they seem at first glance. This way of thinking has never failed me.
Okay.
Safe travels, my child. May fate be on your side.
Well, have a nice whatever among all the corpses. I mean, you can leave if you want. I'll leave the door open. Maybe I shouldn't because you're infected. I should just kill you, but that's not really my place to say. Oh god, that's one of the weird boars, huh? No, different species. Species Bugane. Caution, infected Buganes may spread the illness through airborne droplets as they exhale, particularly when their breathing becomes labored. Staff must wear enchanted full-body protective suits. Gloves must be reinforced with anti-piercing materials, given the Bugane's powerful bite. He's dead now. They're using, magical hazmat suits. Find that comical for some reason. Another alchemical ingredient. That thing's freaking huge. Ooh, a health ring. Yeah, this guy maybe did not have the proper attire for trying to handle this thing and paid the price for it. I'll put that on, sure. A little bit of health, that's fine. I think we have like 100 or 80 or so base health, somewhere around there. It's not a lot, so 5 health. I mean, it's not a ton, but eh. We can sell it later if we don't want it, you know? Not bad. Alright, there was nothing over here. We met Conquer. Came in through there. More to see over here, though. Another patient? Daiga, female from Whitefield, stage 5. Severe disability due to nerve damage and muscular atrophy. In the event of an emergency procedure, follow enhanced protective measures to ensure the safety of all brothers involved. I'm busting you out. I don't care. At the very least, I ought to let them out to see if they want to take their own lives if the plague gets too worse. You know, it gets too bad. You're upright, though, which is interesting for being in stage 5.
You're not a priest. Get out of here. Go away before they see you with me.
The priests can't hurt you. They're dead.
What did you do? You monster.
Oh! Jeez, Okay. Yeah, 40 experience. You'll ever have an amputation knife? Really? Seems unwise. Have some food, get a heal over time going. The thanks I get for busting her out was a knife to the face. Ian, male, Roscree, stage 2. The severed anterior part of the frontal lobe didn't affect the progression of the Red Death symptoms. Patient is prone to self-harm. Well, that might happen whenever you mess with their brain. Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Hear me.
What have you done to yourself? The cell's open if you want to go.
Can go now. Now. Now.
Poor bastard. Hate to just like outright kill him, but I kind of want to for the experience. I mean, he's gonna kill himself probably eventually anyway, right? Why not give us the experience for it, right? Okay, we're in the lower area where I saw those 2 priests sat before. There was still a way we could have gone previously too that I never went. In that tunnel, we went to the left, we could have gone right, and we're like on this whole journey now. I guess we'll have to go back and look, you know, see where that goes. Now, there were 2 guys down here before talking. Like up here is where we were previously. And we heard them talking about making healing potions. Are they still here? Just thinking I might be able to sneak up on them and use magic. Maybe this is where that tunnel comes out to eventually. Might be the case. More health potion crafting stuff, or just potions in general. And that would be awful to be in a cage like this. Standing upright, you can't sit down, you can't lay down, you can't do anything. I'm gonna take all this stuff and, like I said, I'll drop it later on if it's not useful for anything. So I have no idea what is useful and what is not. Blood, hearts, and guts, the alchemy of viscera. An alchemist worth their craft must embrace the visceral. There is no greater power than the lifeblood freshly torn from a creature's chest cavity. The viscera contain strength unmatched by any plant, no matter how sacred. Trees neither feel nor fight, they lack the instincts that create true potency. The rage of a cornered beast is what to survive. These produce the strongest ingredients for potions that can push humans beyond their limits. Those who work only with delicate herbs refuse to acknowledge this primal truth. Alchemy binds us to the creatures we hunt, transforming fear into fury and awakening the beast within. To reject this is to deny alchemy's true essence. It's through blood and viscera that we transcend our fragile natures, wielding potions forged from the raw, unyielding power of life itself. We got a Bloodsucker Potion. Increases your life leech. Okay, so there's lifesteal in this as well. Maybe spoiled meat is worth taking then for the potions? Oh, these guys are dead. Okay, they're both dead. Whoa! Holy crap. Oh, that like flung me aside. That was crazy. Thought I was gonna do damage to me or something. Ew, 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 ew. Nasty. Okay. A wooden club, it's not busted. In like decent shape. Well, let's take a look at that here. See, yes, better. This one's actually in decent shape. Okay, so I will go down this way in a second, but I want to know... That's all it's here. Well, wait a minute. There's a couple ways we can go here. Oh, no, I have... I think this goes into the way we were at before. Does this go to the crossroads we were at before? Nope, this is a totally different area. Never mind. Completely different area. This place, like, is presumably the tutorial area, but it's huge. That's fine. It's just, it's a lot to take in all at once. Okay, so then this goes down to corpse disposal. Does this go... I just want to find out the area that kind of ties into the area we were going before. This goes up as well, so it might be the crossroads up here. Yes, okay, so we came through from here, we went left, and then we went this way. We could have gone this way. There's a sneaking skill here. I wonder if there's somebody up here, since we're technically sneaking right now. I cleared this already, so you wouldn't think so. Okay, I got everything over here already. Let me go back over this way. Yeah, this place is massive and it's kind of a maze, which is fine. It's just, you know how directionally challenged I am. If you've watched my previous videos, you know how bad I am with directions. I'll try to cut it down a bit if I'm taking too long to go through areas and rechecking things too much. That seems to be like point of no return if we jump down there, so can I push this? I cannot. No physics on the cart, how sad. Alright, so I don't want to go there just yet because I want to see the other way we can go, which was over here. It's going to be like a 2.5 hour long episode 1. It's going to be crazy. Okay, so this is where we came from. I see, it's just an alternate path. This goes into another alternate path. Block is broken. I wonder if the way down comes out there eventually. A shovel. I wonder if we can dig up chests and stuff. If that's a thing. Right, this guy's over here, but I want to check out over here too. Very short bow. Get our first ranged option here. I'm gonna save my ingredients for now. Okay, I think this comes out. Maybe? It's a different area, actually. Okay, well, where does this go? Because I can't come back from over there. I can't break these, can I? Doesn't seem like it. Hello? This sounds like boss music, man. Is this guy a boss? Better save just in case. Wailing Effigy. You're gonna attack me, aren't you? Uh-oh. He's got armor and a nice sword. I want to take his stuff. Oh, dear God. He's, like, on fire, and that's great. This will be an easy fight, I'm sure. Oh, boy. Ow. Ooh, I stunned him with that. Think he's stuck here. I'm gonna take it, man. Oh God, I gotta regen. Nice. That almost looked like I knew what I was doing. Oh, I want to read that. I once thought everything would turn out fine. That time was on my side. But as I grew older, I'd see more and catch up to everything. 14 days ago, my beloved Ellie arrived at Island Asylum with our sons. It's the 4th stage. I went to say goodbye, knowing how it will end for me. I write this for myself, which means for no one, as I am becoming nothing. If the Prophet Kai grants grace, then let her bless me with the grace and curse of fierce tears. For I do not go gentle into that night. I will rage against the dying of the light. Alright, but why? Alright, let me see here. We got a broadsword. A two-hander. A dull one. It's actually worse damage than my club, which makes me sad. But it's better than this thing. It's a two-hander, so yeah, I probably should just use these instead. Can use some actual gloves here instead of these bandages. I suppose that's probably better. These boots are all the same pretty much. Okay. What else do we have over here? That guy was scary, man. That was a tough fight. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong... Yeah, wait, we went this way. And that guy didn't help me at all. He's like, oh, good luck with that, dude. I'm not helping you. So he presumably broke out of his cell? Yeah, and was able to light people on fire. Sort of a battle mage style thing, kind of like what I'm going for. Except, you know, a lot more terrifying than me. Everybody's dead. Got any alchemy ingredients for me here? Doesn't look like it. Just corpses and medical tools and viscera and awfulness. Okay. So, but we can go this way too. I guess now we go this way and see what's here. Oh, hello. You have horns. Are you the Pictish woman? Syria, yeah. So you're not dead. You escaped.
Stay back. I may not be in top shape, but I can tear you to pieces if I have to.
It's okay, I'm not with the priests.
So, you escaped too? Huh. They're having quite a day. Good. I hope it gets even worse. This whole place is mad.
From a safe distance this time.
Skip some text there. I know they said in the thing they're going to be they're still like adding a couple little bits of the audio on the dialogue, which that'll be in the full version when it releases. Did the weirdness give you immunity to the Red Death? Yeah, I read about that.
Why? Do you think you can torture it out of me too? I didn't choose the gifts I was given. I accept whatever the weirdness is willing to give. I promise I hold no secrets to curing the Red Death. No matter how deep you cut, you can't gouge them out of me.
How'd you get caught in the first place?
Same as you, I guess. Wrong time, wrong place. I was wandering through Kunakt and got caught in an outbreak. I was kept with the rest at first, but when they figured out I was a Pict, well, then I deserved special treatment. One of the priests took me to a place so thick with weirdness, it scared me. I needed to get away, otherwise, I don't know what would have happened. I just know whatever it wasn't for me.
So the madness will devour them? Why do you say that?
They play with powers they don't understand. Trying to wrangle the weirdness into obedience is a fool's dream. The weirdness might listen, but blind obedience is not in its nature.
Well, here, have a healing potion. This should help out.
It should, although I admit that the past few weeks have made me hate the taste. Still, thank you. There isn't much kindness going around this place. It wouldn't be very gracious of me not to repay it, would it? Take this. It might prove useful for you.
So, about those horns in your head.
Why indeed? Perhaps it's a test of patience. My hair tangles mercilessly around them. I even need to wear head wraps to hide them. I hate wearing head wraps.
Okay, well, best of luck. A mana ring. And a journal entry about Syria. A Pict who strayed too close to an outbreak of the Red Death and fell into the hands of the Red Priests. Marked as different, she was taken to the island asylum for special treatment before managing to escape. She speaks of the weirdness with understanding rather than fear, accepting its gifts, whether they manifest as resilience, knowledge, or the horns on her head. To her, the weirdness does not obey, it simply is. Those who try to control it are fools, doomed to be devoured by the forces they refuse to understand. Honestly, probably closer to the truth than what anyone else is saying here, the priests and such. Oh dear lord. Oh, so this is probably where that corpse disposal place is putting people, huh? If we had jumped down, it would have been down to here. Is it though? I don't think you can get to me, so...
Purge the unclean! The word protects me!
That one missed. Alright, we're just gonna regen our mana and then hit him again.
Once human,
We're getting sneak levels, too. Oh my god, we're getting a lot of sneak levels here, actually. This is actually kind of hilarious. Can I just do this and... Really? I'm just spamming left and right and getting tons of sneak levels.
I am prepared for this. You'll suffer for your sins.
How high can I go with this, though? This seems silly to me.
You'll suffer for your sins.
We're getting experience for every one of them, too. Wanderer power leveling unlocked. Okay, that's 80. Honestly, guys, I don't know if I have it in me to spam much more. Carpal Tunnel's getting to be a bit much. I'm a bit lazy to make a macro for this to level it up the rest of the way, but at some point maybe I will with a different enemy. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities for this, but like you can see, it's taken a while to go through now. 80 is probably good enough.
You will burn.
One more, come on, 81. Well, you can tell it's taken a while now, and I'm really spamming my keys hard. Alright. Adios, Frantic Berserker. A nice helmet and the Athlete's Pride, max stamina. Fishing. From now on, whenever you go near water and want to catch a fish, you can use a fishing rod. To do this, open your inventory, locate the rod, and equip it. I just go fishing. Interesting. This guy was just cooking up some bones above him there. Okay. Does the fire hurt? The fire does not hurt. Just checking. Looks like just a regular Joe Schmo underneath all that weirdness he was wearing. Let me see here. The helmet we got is a thorn helmet, bit more armor, and receiving melee damage returns 5 to the attacker. Okay. Sure, looks very edgy and cool. Well, that was an experience. My hand and wrist is a bit sore now. And there was a crazy guy down there.
What are you waiting for? Go. Leave this place while you can.
Well, you should go too. We could go together. Hey, a lift. This goes back up to the top, huh? I don't know if I saw a lift previously, though. Secret? No secret. Hey, there we go. This is the door that had the locked... Right, okay, so that's how we get over there. The door with the locked thing previously. Got it. And then we're back over here again. Alright, we've come around full circle. Is that everything? Have I done everything now? I think that's it. I think we're finally done, guys. Should I go ahead and make some stuff here? Do some cooking? What do we got? Onion bun. Ooh, onion bun. 60 health over 60. That one has stamina regen, too. Flour, onion, and butter. Yeah, make them all. Nice. Cabbage rolls. This is just a bunch of health. Well, sure, make a bunch of those. Except, well, those are weak cabbage rolls, unfortunately. And we can make some more beggar's fare. Okay. I'm gonna hold off on the potatoes. Maybe we can make something better with that. Hey, dude, I'm finally here.
You took your sweet time, eh?
You're not kidding.
But I understand. I did too, when I was leaving this place for the first time. You have to admit that the Red Priests are quite resourceful. At least when it comes to death and dying.
You know, you're kind of dressed like them, sort of. I mean, the red and everything. Who are you?
Great question, truly. But in case you hadn't noticed, we're still within the walls of the island asylum. When we're out, then we can talk. I'm told this path leads to the beach. I'll wait for you there until dusk. Good luck.
Okay,
I'm
so...
told this path leads to the beach. I'll wait for you there until dusk. Good luck.
Okay, I didn't mean to actually talk to you again. Is this a... This might also be a point of no return type thing. I think we're done here, though. There truly is not a map in here, though. There is a map in the overworld, but here there is no map, so you just have to find your way. And, okay, I guess we're fine. Alright, I'll get a regular save in here. So I can come back if I need to, but I think we are done. Brick hammer. What is a brick hammer? Is that something I can equip? Is it a weapon? It is. It's terrible, though. How's the sphere? It's not sphere, the spear. It's terrible. It's completely awful. Okay, we're gonna pass on that. I'm short on some strength as well. I do have a level up, by the way. I should have... You'd think I'd be closer to level 3 after all that spamming, but, I mean, maybe not. Could put a point into strength. Well, I guess we can't because we need a campfire, right? This has, like, Dark Souls type mechanics for leveling up, so we can't just yet. You know, hi there. You're not a friend. Oh, I did not jump far enough. Alt is the, couldn't remember what the dodge button was. Oh, he's... Okay. Okay. Fill her up, why don't ya? Easy enough. Comments to Brother Euston's Underground Wonders. Yeah, Underground Wonders. That looks like the cinematic when the cinematic was talking about the menhirs that King Arthur used as a source of power. That kind of looks like that, and it looks like a big version of the miniature statues we're picking up that gave us strength. Author, Brother Abba. Contrary to Brother Euston's view that the lower level of the island asylum is merely a confined vault system under the building complex, it seems endless. I even suspect it spans the island and reaches beyond. While Brother Euston's explorations are commendable, he was too ready to view dead ends as final. My research, however, has repeatedly confirmed that many passages he marked as closed off were buried tunnels extending deeper. As our doctrine teaches, persistence brings results, and we've been rewarded. At the end of one such tunnel, dismissed as a dead end, we found a vast chamber, and in its center, a menhir. Okay, like I said, it's a menhir. A remarkable monument, this menhir is truly an underground wonder, potentially revolutionizing our understanding of these statues. It is indeed a menhir. Okay, we can go up, we can go over. Notes of Father Vlad. 3rd of Rowan Moon 442. This four-dweller diorama unsettles me. Why does it look so dead? Previous depictions showed living beings, and this skull, so similar to ours, it's eerie. It resembles a menhir, yet menhirs were supposedly raised by Merlin, but how could ancient four-dwellers foresee what Merlin would create? At last, proof Merlin didn't create the menhirs. We found one buried in the labyrinth. Brother Huger is studying it now. If we're the first to explore the Isle of the Dead's depths, Merlin couldn't have invented the menhirs. This truth will shake Avalon's faith in that old charlatan. The word of Prophet Kai shall finally prevail. Right, in the intro, it said that Arthur, with the help of Merlin and the power of the Menhirs, was able to conquer Avalon after leaving their original land from the Red Death, running away from the Red Death, basically. And Merlin, it was believed, was the one who created the Menhirs. But it appears not. It appears that he simply discovered their existence and they were here before him. The forebears were the people or the creatures that were here before the people, Arthur's people, came here and conquered them and I guess wiped them out of existence. Brother Tyrell's diary. Brother Jer fell into the abyss. May Kai watch over his soul. His sacrifice taught us that laying planks won't work. It simply won't hold. There's a force blocking the passage. The bridge's outline is visible, yet Jer's thrown rocks met only air. There must be a mechanic or spell we're missing. I can't give up now. The secrets on the other side call to me. I'll be the first to cross that bridge, even if it kills me. Right, but as they said, it does not allow you to cross over, so I don't think we should try either. Maybe there's a way to get over later on. I don't think just walking out there would be a good idea, though. Okay, we're back over to here again. Alright, fair. Another very short bow. Come on, let me up here. Let me up. Let me up. Okay, there we go. Can I pickaxe this? It doesn't say pickaxe, but like it looks like somewhere I could pickaxe through. I can't bust it down, can I? No contact at all with that. I could try equipping the axe. Or the shovel. Looks like no. More relics and idols here. This stuff is all buried so deep. It's like it's an ancient temple they discovered underneath of their asylum. Come on, then. I'm not quite getting the parry off. I think I'm being a little bit early on my attacks. That's okay, though. We still killed him. The melee is definitely more effective right now, at least, compared to the embers, anyway. Those big melee swings do a lot. What am I picking up here? Weird plasm. Like congealed weirdness. That almost looks like a secret area. I'm gonna try it, guys. What if there's a secret down here? There was not. There was not a secret there. Okay. It just reloaded me, though. It didn't actually kill me. You can't fault someone for trying, I guess. Brother Hugar's diary. The question remains, is there any significance to this menhir having 3 arms, not 4? How could we examine it without touching it? Poor Brother Abba touched it with his bare hands and vanished, as though he never existed. Shocked, the Pope forbade anyone from touching it again. Still, I hear it whispering my name. I know I should report it, but I don't want to. Someday I'll answer its call and claim it was Kai, even if it wasn't. I need to know. So I guess the forebears were a different race, since they had more arms than humans. But this one is only 3-armed instead of 4. The one prisoner talked about King Arthur visiting him in his sleep, and he had 4 arms, so that's indication that he was a forebear or something, I don't know. But it doesn't seem like he was, because he came over here with his people, so... and wiped out the forebears. Of course we're gonna touch it. Consequences be damned. We have to know what's going on. And now we're just in a whole new area. Reminds me of in Dark Souls 3 how different timelines are kind of like converging, like pieces of them are converging together. And weird stuff is happening in certain areas. Definitely feels like that. There he is. Brother Abba. Did you leave any notes or anything here? I don't see anything. That's a statue of a person, I think. Very, very large statue of a person. Doesn't sound friendly. Creepy, glowing-eyed children. Very creepy. This place is kind of overly bright because I have the brightness turned up. As soon as we're done with this section, I will turn it down. Man, the stuff is really floating around over here. It's like that tower got destroyed somehow. I guess being pulled into a realm where things are twisted and... yeah, totally is a person. And we're going across their arm. There's another one here. Maybe we've been transported, like, into the weirdness?
Gift. Peace. Fear. Not.
Well, that's not as menacing sounding. There are even some plants here. You could pick these in the beta, so I spent a long time picking plants over here, which I think they didn't really intend, so they got rid of it. I wonder if they watched my playthrough and like, oh no, we should get rid of those. It's distracting for people to be picking plants while they're over there. Well, you're welcome. I've done my part. I made the game better by playing it. Alright, who is talking to me?
I've been waiting a long time for someone to find me. Are you here to help me leave this place?
Depends. Who are you? What are you?
I wish I could answer. I cannot remember. I know I am not complete. I remember I once knew who I was at some point, but I do not anymore. I just am.
And what is this place?
I do not know. I think it is some kind of prison, deep in the weirdness.
Do you know why you're here?
And you? Why are you here?
I was transported here by a weird-looking statue.
Are men here? That would explain the weirdness surrounding us. But walk with me. Let's find out together, now that I'm free.
Didn't exactly agree. But I guess alright, no other way out, so...
I remember arriving on the shores of Avalon. That was the beginning of everything. But there were doubts and questions. How does it feel to leave your homeland behind? To keep moving forward, even though every step takes you into the unknown? The Four Dwellers quickly made it clear to us. If we wanted to call this place home, we'd have to fight for it, down to the last drop of blood.
So the Four Dwellers were not friendly, or at least according to him, they were not friendly at all, and so therefore they had to fight them. How much we can trust this voice, though, I don't know. Could be telling us lies, that they just conquered them and... because they wanted to, because they could. Some of those are like absolute giants. Are those the Four Dwellers? They have multiple arms? I think they do. I think the big ones are the Four Dwellers, so I'm pretty sure they have more than 2 arms. The little guys are like regular knights.
In the end, we won the war. Merlin stole the sacred flame of the Four Dwellers and ignited the Menhirs, driving away the mist and clearing the nights of weirdness. It was the first time we uncovered the secrets hidden within the Menhirs.
He stole the magic from them and lit them on fire? Like literally just burned them? That one appears to be on fire.
Still, the land of Avalon honored our toil. It soaked up our sweat, our suffering, and our blood. In time, it rewarded us. Here in Avalon, we were given the chance to create great things. Camelot, the eternal castle, the capital of all humankind, was meant to be a symbol of that. We left the homelands to survive. The plague had consumed everything we once knew. We thought we'd escaped it, but the Red Death returned like a specter to haunt us. Once again, it began to devour our home.
Can't go into these things. Can I walk over? I guess I can. These guys don't look necessarily dead. They're not. Hold on. Let me regen. I totally missed that. This has a... It doesn't go very far, this fireball, doesn't it? It's kind of like the pyromancy, the flame spell in Dark Souls. You gotta really angle it. Cannot loot them, but they do give experience, I think, so there's that. Should I be jumping all over the place to get more agility? I see more of them down there. Got him. Ooh, got a little bit hit there. It's okay, though. They're pretty weak. They were extreme tanks in the early access. They're much better now. Much more reasonable for a tutorial area on, like, normal mode. That's a really tall flame for being just bodies on fire. I bet I can get up there if I try hard enough. Maybe a secret's up here? Probably not. But who knows? I mean, this would be really asking players to go out of their way to get up here. Probably not. Okay, let's touch the blood portal. And go even further beyond. This looks very reminiscent of the Kiln of the First Flame, right? From Dark Souls 1, if you've played that. This structure does. It looks like a lot like that. Very reminiscent of that, which is cool. It's not like identical, it just looks inspired by that. One of the boats they used to cross over to Avalon.
Oh, awaken thee, once and future king.
So Arthur died after settling the land of Avalon and, you know, bringing his people here and everything. Was brought to a resting place. But he was brought here? And these are not men, or these are not men here, these are just his knights. But this is a menhir, a female menhir that's not a weird skeletal corpse. And they've poured blood into... I want to get up there and see. Can I get up here?
I am his will, the fire that bends the world to his command.
Or these are, like, parts of... Oh, here we go. Parts of the king? And what is this?
I am his hunger, the craving for what was beyond reach.
Bind the soul to the stone. What? I can bind the soul I'm carrying to this stone? The one I just got from the weirdness?
I am his burden, the man beneath the myth.
I can only bind it to the hunger, though. Is that really wise? Does that now seem like a bad idea? Also, can I just jump in this blood pool? Oh, okay, never mind. You're not supposed to. It had to be done, though, guys. It had to be asked, right? Right, the hunger is the only one we can bind the soul to. What about these? These do anything? No? And what if I go up on top? The quest marker is to bind him over here, it seems like. Squishy sounding. So that is the remains of Arthur. It's a large person, but, like, ultimately looks pretty frail and scrawny in death, you know? Which, I guess they were pretty old, so that would make sense if they died of old age. That would make sense. I want to save here to get in case I want to come back and get screenshots here, so it looks cool. This area looks so cool. Is there a photo mode? There is, oh my gosh. BRB. Okay, Wandy photo session officially done. Sorry, this room is really, really cool. I know I can come back to it later and take more screenshots, but damn, this room is really, really cool. I felt inspired. Alright, I think we are supposed to go ahead and bind the soul to this, but this seems like a bad idea to bind the soul of this thing to Arthur's corpse, which has just been corrupted by some kind of weird black blood by an unknown guy with horns.
I am his hunger, the craving for what was beyond reach.
Yeah, this seems like a bad idea. Let's do it!
I am the price paid for touching the unreal.
Alright then.
see through the mist, but it's still all so unclear. I've dreamt of countless deaths for such a long time. Yes, it's time to wake. I am Arthur Pendragon. I led humans to Avalon shores. I built the great halls of Camelot. Thank you for bringing me here. I believe I owe you, young one.
Didn't really have a choice.
It may not seem like it at times, but one always has a choice. Even if it's as simple as pushing onwards when others might back down. You brought me back. This is what matters, and for that, I am grateful. But now, let us leave this place and head to Avalon. I need to see my kingdom again. I trust you'll accompany me, or would you rather stay in this wretched place?
What even is this place?
I am not sure. Yet I learned to be grateful of fortunate outcomes, even if they come unexpected. It seems to be a place located between life and death. Or maybe a place that can defy death. But why was it created? By whom and when? These I'm unable to answer.
I don't think it was created by him. I think it has to have been created by the forebears. Why were you imprisoned here?
Trust me, I wish I knew. I remember death, then darkness, a terrible loneliness, ages upon ages of solitude. And these are all the details I have. Perhaps, in time, I'll remember more. But that's enough questions for now. Let us walk together and see the kingdom forged so long ago. After years of struggle, my people in Avalon finally live in peace and prosperity. I must see the legacy of the Age of Conquest with my own eyes. My Camelot in all its glory. What is happening? No! I see now. I am not whole. You have only freed a part of me. I'm not strong enough. For now, I will have to journey by your side until my strength returns. I'll see the world through your eyes. In return, I'll lend you what strength I have.
Well, since we have no choice, let's just go along with it then. It's an honor.
You are a surprising acquaintance, and it will be a pleasure to travel with someone of your disposition. And since it seems that fate has bound us together, let us make the best of it. Seeing my legacy through the eyes of another, a true picture of Avalon, not one crafted specifically for the king, may prove to be an interesting experience.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be too happy with what's going on right now. Let's make way for Avalon then.
Oh, what an adventure this will be.
A world to win. King Arthur asked me to find more pieces of his soul in order to bring him back. But is that even a good thing? Do we really want that to happen? Look at this strange black stuff. This looks bad. This strange black stuff looks bad. And this is definitely a forebear, so this was definitely built by the forebears. For what purpose? Some kind of extremely magical area that they built. This is now active. I can check it. They weren't before.
He was the hand that reached beyond knowing. The seeker who dared cross the boundary. The dreamer who glimpsed the shape of what could be.
All right. I get it. He was a great hero and stuff in his time, but this all seems like some crazy, dark, necromancy ritual type thing, and it seems like it might not be the best idea to bring him back. But okay, we don't have much choice in the matter, so let's just go along with it then.